Good day. Welcome to the next of my Duolingo adventures. So this is me learning Danish. You can see I've already started this course. Danish is quite a fun language. It's a bit strange because pronunciation is really bizarre, which you're about to find out. Excuse me. So I'm already a few lessons on, but I'm going to avoid completing these lessons. I'll complete them in these videos so that um, you can see what I've been learning. So the only one I've really fully completed all the way is the basics one. I'm just going to go through. Um, I'll go through the tips, and then I'll go through the practice. I've already been through it today because I just had to um, just top it up. So let's crack on with tips. So the basics of Danish nouns. So Danish has two noun genders, common or N words, and neuter or T words. Each of these have their own articles for the indefinite singular. Sorry. Common words take N, and neuter words take et. In this skill, you will only be dealing with the indefinite and definite singular nouns, such as a boy, the woman, etc. Following skills will gradually introduce you to the plural forms. So, unfortunately, in Danish, there is no certain way to tell from a noun which gender it is, so you'll have to learn by heart. There have been made attempts to develop a pattern for determining the gender of a noun from the word itself, and one such can be found here. The short version is that 80% of nouns are common gender, taking N as the indefinite, including most living and animate entities. That's helpful-ish. I know this is a strange thing you'll come across. The definite form. Instead of marking the definite form with an article, Danish uses postfixing. Simply put, the indefinite article is appended to the end of the noun to mark definiteness, or -1 for common gender and -8 for the neuter gender. So the example here is een mand, a man, which is common gender, and it adds en at the end and becomes mannen, to become the man. And here's another example, ven, it means water, it's neuter gender, and it adds et at the end to become venet. If you think I'm pronouncing strange, that's just the way Danish is pronounced. You will come across this as we go through the lessons. If the noun already ends with e, most often only n for common or t for neuter is added to the end or appended. So ed eble, an apple, that's neuter gender, becomes eble, the apple. To see how simple this really is, just have a look at this table. N for indefinite article at the beginning of the word, and N at the end of the word for definite postfix. Right. In some cases, an article is used instead of a postfix to mark the definite form. For example, when modifying the noun with an adjective, but do not worry about this for now. It will be explained later. Furthermore, just to ruin the beautiful simplicity, some nouns change an internal vowel when put in the definite article. Again, more about this later. Alright, subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are used to indicate the person performing an action. In this sentence, you drive a car. The word you informs us who is driving the car. While this particular skill only involves singular object pronouns, I, you, he, she, etc., we will show you all the personal subject pronouns here for completeness. Don't worry, we'll include this table again later when the rest of the subject pronouns are introduced. So English, I, Danish is ja, You in Danish is du. He, she, it is han, hun, or den, det, depending on um, the grammatical gender of the subject. As a rule of thumb, use den for all living things, det for all inanimate objects. We is vi, you plural. Danish has a plural form of you when you're speaking to more than one person. I suppose if you're thinking of really slang English, it's the equivalent of use, but that's not very good English. And then they is de, and the e for the you plural form is always capitalized. Right. Present tense verbs. You will love verbs in Danish. They conjugate not for the subject, not for the object, nor for the number of people. They only care about the time, present past, the aspect, active passive, and the mood, indicative or imperative. But do not worry about all that just yet. Just be overjoyed that there are only 7 forms of each verb. Right. For now, just know that present tense, things happening right now, or general statements, end in are, and do not change regarding to the person carrying out the action. As an example, look at the conjugations of at spise, to eat, in the present. So English I eat is jeg spiser. You eat is du spiser. He, she, it eats. Han, hun, den, det spiser. We eat, vi spiser. You get the gist. So it's quite simple that verb endings don't change depending on who's speaking, which makes that one aspect of Danish very simple. Isn't that beautiful? Similarly, the only form of the verb to be, I am, you are, is simply So jeg du etc., etc. To make things even simpler, as to the verb anyway, Danish verbs have no concept of continuous actions such as I am eating. So when you say jeg spiser, it means all of I eat, I am eating, or I will eat tomorrow. Right, so that was a lot to take in, but it's good. It's just good for introducing the basics. So I'll practice this, and unlike the last time, the skill is out of XP for today. You'll come back to me. Shut up. I'm just going to practice this without a timer so that you can see everything. So woman is
Kvinde.
kvinde. You start getting used to the strange Danish pronunciation.
Hun spiser et æble.
Hun spiser et æble.
Hun spiser et æble.
That means she eats an apple. Or she is eating an apple.
En mand er en mand.
Right, I've got to... en man. Didn't like my pronunciation at all. I'll have to try that one again.
En pige drikker vand.
So, that's en
pige drikker vand.
So, this is a good example of some of the strange pronunciation of Danish. So, en is a, pige. It looks like pigger, but it's pronounced pige, is girl. So, a girl drinks water. The term they use is that Danes love to swallow their consonants, which it just means that for most Danish words that some letters are not pronounced, so makes it very difficult to learn to spell.
Han spiser brødet og æblet.
Okay, let's see if I can have better luck with this one. Han spiser brødet og æblet. That's he eats the bread and the apple.
Jeg er en dreng.
That's sound like it just all merged into one, but it's jeg
Jeg er
en
en
dreng.
dreng.
That's I am a boy.
Du er en kvinde.
To say this one, I'll see if I can do this one better. Du en kvinde.
Du spiser æblet.
Oh, another speaking one. Du spiser æblet. Water is van or vin. It's like vand, but vin.
Han spiser et æble.
That's hen is he. He eats an apple.
En kvinde.
We've had that one. En kvinde. A boy is en dreng. I am a man is jeg er en mand. Oops, nearly spelt it how I thought it should sound. A man is a man is en men. That's that sentence I got caught up with. Start again. That was the sentence earlier that I tried to pronounce and it just didn't seem to register. Yeah, in men. You're a girl. Du er en pige. Du er en pige if you're that.
En mand er en mand.
Here we are. Try and pronounce it again. Een man een man. Een man een man. Okay, it really doesn't like me pronouncing that.
En mand er en mand.
Right. Een man een man. Een man goodness sake.
En mand er en mand.
Een man een man. Een man. Oh, I'm not going to get past this, am I? Mistakes are the best way to learn. I'm pronouncing it right, it just doesn't seem to want to register that I'm pronouncing it right.
En mand er en mand.
I'm going to have one more go. Een man een man. Een man. Right. I'm just going to have
En
to
mand er en mand.
say that I can't speak. Just really doesn't like me pronouncing
En
it.
pige spiser et æble.
En pige spiser et æble. That's a girl eats an apple.
En pige drikker vand.
A girl drinks water.
Jeg spiser æblet.
That's I can say I am eating the apple because the it is at the end of able.
Du er en dreng.
You are a boy. There we go. That's a nice, simple introduction. Yes, I know I didn't get any more experience, but hey ho. So that's just a nice sort of simple, basic intro into Danish, into pronunciation, and into the very, very basic. So next video we'll go into basics 2, which just adds a little bit more vocabulary and gets you a bit more familiar with stringing sentences together. So I'll wrap this video up and say mange tak, and see you again soon for another video. Farvel.